A Texas father's outraged after being banned from wearing his Cub Scout uniform at events with his son. John Langbert is an openly gay man and the biological father of triplets. He says he was excited when his only son decided he wanted to be a Boy Scout, and he even reached out to the local troop leaders to make sure his own sexuality wouldn't be a problem. But now Dad says he's being forced out, and since the Boy Scouts are a private organization, the Supreme Court says they have the right to make their own rules.
We do have a policy. Boy Scouts of America has a policy that avowed homosexuals and atheists are not to be allowed to be registered as leaders or members of the Boy Scouts of America. It's a long-standing policy.
But is it fair, or should the policy be changed? Joining me now, the father at the center of this entire controversy, John Langbert. John, thanks for joining us tonight. Let me start here. You knew going in, right? Because you made the call ahead of time, knowing the Boy Scout and their sort of tradition and the way they've engaged the gay community and sort of kept them out. You knew that going in, what their whole, attitude was, right?
Absolutely. I thought it was at a high level and wanted to see if it was going to be impacting us at the pack level. And that's why I called the Cub Master before we even joined.
Okay, here, I want to read for you what the Boy Scout response, what they've told us here. And here's what it says. It says, Mr. Langbert is welcomed and encouraged to continue participating in scouting activities with his son. He's not been removed from the organization or from his role in managing popcorn sales for the Cub Pack. Your reaction to that? It sounds like good news.
Well, it's separate but equal. I can be a second-class citizen. This is the shirt they gave me last year.
Wait a minute. They gave you the shirt.
Yes, the PAC gave me the shirt as being part of the leadership team for running the fundraiser. And I've been wearing that proudly last year and this year. We've had a great time in the Scouts, my son and I, selling popcorn and running the fundraiser. And then this year, everything was running along smoothly until some of the dads complained to our Cub Master. The Cub Master said, well, are you going to step up and do the fundraising? And they, of course, said no. And he said, well, then John will sell the popcorn. But that wasn't good enough. They went up a level to that, and that's who you heard before me. And at that level, they said, well, no, he's gay. He's out. And so they said, can't sell the popcorn, can't wear the shirt. A couple days later, they reversed themselves and said, well, we'll let him sell the popcorn, but he still can't wear the shirt, and he can't consider himself a leader. And, of course, that's devastating to me, and thinking what it's going to say to my son.
This is my question. How is all this impacting your son? Because that's really what Cub Scouts are all about. How is this whole, giving you the shirt, you getting involved? We want fathers involved with our kids, doing what you can to help the organization raise money. My goodness, they gave you the shirt. So what's been the impact on your son with all this controversy now?
Well, fortunately, my son's 9 years old, and he's known that his dad has been gay for 9 years. So he's had plenty of time to deal with it. It's really more a sense of surprise on his part that anybody's even making a deal about this. And obviously there's a sense of disappointment because he likes the Scouts. I like the Scouts. They do great things with camping and all sorts of activities. And now they're saying, well, we appreciate you raising the money for us, but we're going to kind of cast you aside and you can't even wear the shirt.
Does he want to stay a Scout? Seeing what they're doing to his dad?
If you know 9-year-olds, you know they change their mind every few days, every few minutes. Yep. But as of today, he's saying he's not interested in continuing while his dad's being singled out like this.
All right. Well, let me read what else they wrote to. They said the BSA's membership policy is not meant to serve as a social commentary, nor does the organization engage in teaching about sexuality. Scouting believes boys should learn about these issues from their parents, guardians, or others empowered by their families to guide them. Your reaction to that?
Well, that's the way we had been going along from second grade, third grade, now Carter into fourth grade. This has never been an issue. I had never brought this up.
You never brought up your sexuality with the Cubs,
Scouts
did you?
Brought it up.
You never brought it up with the Scouts. It was never part of the discussion. Hey, let's see what the folks at home think. Let's go to Rose, who's in North Carolina tonight. Rose, I'm interested in your thoughts tonight.
Well, I think it's ridiculous. Just because, he's gay, he's not a pedophile. He's not bothering any children. And that uniform might as well be a Nazi uniform, the way they're treating this man.
Rose?
It's horrible.
Rose, you make a really great point. Thanks so much for the call. John, here's the thing, and I guess the problem I'm having with the way they're dealing with this is if it's all about the social commentary, you're not engaging in any of that. You're just being a dad with your son, and you're selling a ton of popcorn.
Exactly. And Rose is right. I mean, the Scouts have to protect the boys, and they have great systems in place to do that. They have a rule where you have to have 2 adults anytime one of the boys is on a scouting activity. That's great. They have mandatory training, safety training, and that's great. Just taking and blatantly discriminating against a group that happens to be gay is crazy.
Yeah.
It's out of
here's
touch
what I hope,
with,
John.
the country.
Yeah, I hope you can come to some reconciliation with them. But if that doesn't happen, there's lots of father-son activities out there, and I'm sure you guys are going to find your groove and have a great time together. You seem to be a great dad. Thanks so much tonight.
Thank you.